Welcome to the Boom Bap Kingdom. Yo, peace and welcome to the Boom Bap Kingdom. We're here and we're super duper chilling. I hope you guys are chilling too. I have a question. What happened to Mass Appeal? Oh my god. So, for those that don't know, Mass Appeal 2013, Nas comes in with another gentleman, Peter Bittenbender, and they resurrect the company Mass Appeal. Started out as a magazine in the mid 90s, ran into some financial issue. Nas comes in as an investor. Peter was his partner, and they rebooted the brand, turned it into a label, etc. And then they started Rhythm Roulette as part of their YouTube presence. And it was a platform to give producers a look on YouTube. Very good. I used to enjoy watching the first iteration of Rhythm Roulette. But fast forward 2025. And it's hard to believe that, they started Rhythm Roulette in 2013 and we're in 2025. Not that big of a gap. We're talking 12-year span. And in 12 years, it is such a decline in the talent pool that they have been selecting. And the reason why I say this is because I've been watching this reboot, of Rhythm Roulette. Now, I don't watch it religiously, but when it comes across my feed, I may check it out. But let's rewind. Back when Rhythm Roulette was first introduced, I thought it was dope. I thought it was a really dope idea. You can put together legendary producers that have hits and placements and give them a good look on YouTube. And then it gives the viewer insight into what equipment those producers were using, etc. That's really why I watched. I was curious if, when they posted the Large Professor episode, the Eric Sermon episode, etc. I wanted to see what those guys were using. And that's really why I watched it, because I'm a gearhead. So I said, let me check these guys, see what they're using, etc., etc. But then you also would get the benefit of, oh, wow, I know so-and-so is nice. So that beat is going to be dope. You fast forward to today and you don't see the variety in terms of equipment used. The Eric Sermon, he had the Motif. Easy Mo B had the classic 1200 with the S950. The list goes on. Large Professor was on an MPC. And these things are kind of dope. Havoc was on Machine when he did his episode. I think he also did one with the MPC 4000. Nowadays, you really just see a cat sitting in front of a laptop. I was really sitting in here just chilling. I was messing around with the Lo-Fi 12 XT, and then it kind of dawned on me that this most recent Rhythm Roulette, this guy that calls himself Money Music or whatever he called himself, that was kind of really the straw that broke the camel's back for me. This guy goes to the record store, and I'm not dissing nobody. I'm just saying. The guy goes to the record store. He's blindfolded. He comes back with 3 records. He goes to the lab, and all he does is loop a record and throw some trap drill drums over the loop. Come on, bro. I'm listening to the stuff that he's playing. He's previewing these records, and I'm saying to myself, I heard like 80 different things that I would have flipped, and all he did was just loop the record. So that kind of bothered me, that we're still all these years later removed from the early 90s, 90, 91, 92, where I get it. Looping the record was kind of the thing because sampling was still new. The artistic side, the creative side wasn't injected yet. But here we are in this big 2025 age, far removed from that, with all sorts of technology that you could apply to these samples, and then we're still getting loops. Man, listen. So, so at any rate, I decided that I was gonna go to Mass Appeal YouTube channel, look at this guy, Money Music, listen to him dropping the needle. Now I'm gonna chop up and flip the records he was listening to, right? So I'm gonna pick something dope. We're gonna flip it and we're gonna keep it pushing, and we're gonna show these guys how it's supposed to be done. All right, rock with me. Let's go. So let's pull up the YouTube channel. Now I already have my drums, already have that. I have a bass shot that you guys can hear there, and I already made a loop with drums and bass. Now I'm just gonna find a couple of dope sounds that this guy was playing, and we're gonna flip them real fast into a quick pattern, just to kind of show and prove, like, yo, you can do more than just loop a record and throw drums on it. And that's why I'm using the Lo-Fi 12XT, because the Lo-Fi 12XT is a minimalist machine. If you're on a super powerful laptop, probably like on, Fruity Loops or whatever you're using, that's going to be way more powerful than the Lo-Fi 12XT. So if I could flip samples on the Lo-Fi 12XT, you better be able to flip them on your $2,000 laptop. That's all I'm saying, bro. So let's see what we can do here. Let me get into sampling. I'm already set up to sample on USB. I have tracks 7 and 8 available. All right, let's listen. So I have audio coming in. And I think I want to take the end of this one.
The Boom Bap Kingdom says, bang, let's make something happen.
There's a lot there he could have took. I don't understand why he didn't take that. Let's see if I got it. I'm going to leave it at the default name. For now, I can always change that later. Okay, now. Okay, now let's edit this. Because I know the part that I want. Okay, now let me pitch this. I'm gonna do a nice aggressive low pitch. Now we're already getting it. Pad mode. This is what I'm talking about. It's that easy. It's that easy. Took a small tiny piece, pitched it all the way to its lowest pitch, put it into pad mode, and now I got a loop. Come on, bro. It literally took me 5 minutes to pick a tiny chop, pitch it down, put it into pad mode, come up with a loop. I really don't understand what these guys are doing today. I don't understand Rhythm Roulette's thought process, how the talent is picked and selected. But I think, given all the talent on YouTube, I could name 5 guys easy that would probably do a better job at Rhythm Roulette than the particular talent pool they've been selecting. So I just wanted to have some quick fun with this. Just cook up something with one of these so-called producers. on Rhythm Roulette. Again, I'm not taking shots. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying we got to do better as producers so we could push the art form and the culture further. So with that said, I'm going to give you guys a BBK salute.
BBK salute.
Wait a second. He's brought down houses from coast to coast. Where the flames? Cool it a second, would you? And border to border, right flames. The flames are right here, 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 here.
Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out.